Hey, it's Terry with another one of these things. It's been a while since I've been on. We've had a lot going on. We went to Wyoming on a missions trip and just different things. So I apologize for taking so much time to get back on. But I wanted to quickly tell you the story about a dog I had. She was a good dog. We had an electric wire fence around the property, so she wouldn't get out of the yard and get hurt or anything. And she didn't seem interested in going beyond that fence. But one day I watched her chasing a vehicle. She liked to do that. She couldn't get to them, but she liked to run the length of the yard and stop right at the fence. This particular day, she was running so hard she couldn't stop. She ran right through the fence. Of course, it shocked her, literally. It hurt her. So instead of continuing to run, she stopped and sat near the fence. She couldn't get back across because she didn't want to get shocked again. I loved her, so I went to her, picked her up, lifted her above the fence, and sat her down on the other side. And she was happy. I never had to worry again about her running through and outside of that fence. She knew the pain that came with it. For some reason, I remembered this event and realized that I have been like her. There have been times in my life when I was so content just to be in the protection, love, grace, and care of my Lord. There was nothing I desired outside of Him. But then I noticed other things outside of this fence of protection. I let my guard down and chased them, feeling that just the chase wasn't hurting anything. Besides, I was only human, noticing the same things most humans notice. Then one day I slipped under the fence. I really didn't mean to do it, but there I was outside of the protection of God. The amazing thing is he was watching the entire time, and He loves me so much. As soon as He saw what I'd done and that I was sitting there wanting to come back in, but knowing I couldn't do it by myself, He came over. He didn't make me touch the fence and say, "Bad girl," or remind me over and over of what I had done. He gently held me, picked me up. He picked me up, He held me, and He lifted me over the fence back into His love, grace, mercy, and protection. The purpose of my story is, I'll tell you in just a second, but I'll tell you first of all what it's not. This is not a story to say that we can be lax and complacent, live any old way, and then expect everything to be just fine. Had I continued to run and chase the world, I could have gotten severely hurt and or killed without coming back to my Father. My purpose of the story is to show the extreme love God has for us. He was watching the entire time. He did not forsake me, but He also let me realize that I wanted to be back inside that fence with Him. Once I turned around, which is the meaning of repentance, God lovingly picked me up and put me back down where I could be with Him. And even though the Bible tells me that God will throw my sins into the depths of the sea, never to be remembered against me, I still remember. I can still feel the hurt that came with crossing that fence, the sting of the shock. I was wondering why I can't forget things I've done outside of God's will, and I think that maybe it's so that I won't get careless and do the same things I've already done. Maybe I'll also remember the love and grace that God showed to me and how He carried me and held me so close, even though I had gone to other things to ease my pain. I never thought that day that I rescued my dog that she would be a reminder of how God rescued me. Have a great day and think on these things.